This is my personal opinion on basketball. Some of y'all might disagree. You know what I mean? But argue with your grandma. Flopping has ruined our game. Joel Embiid is a great player, one of the best bigs in basketball history. Flops. He know it. This ain't breaking news. This ain't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Y'all can clip it up. Like I said, y'all can post it on these paid accounts that y'all, these bot, whatever. That's just my opinion. I'm not the only one that had that opinion. Some of y'all gonna be mad about that opinion. And some of y'all could kiss my ass. But once again, shout out to the 76ers. Staying and no hate towards any of those guys. We came out and competed. My team lost, their team won. Same refs. Oh, it's nothing? It's a play on, right? It's weird activity. You gonna call me, right? And it's right here, right in front of you. Same move. Same move. Everybody does it. It's the same move, but this is a three-point play. He makes a three right here. If it would have been me, it would have been an offensive foul. And then people saying that I'm stiff-arming, I'm Mark Henry, stiff-arming people out here, whatever y'all be saying. Like, every good basketball player does this. They clearly had an agenda. They clearly had a red board. If Jaylen does this move, call the offensive foul on him every time. I don't know if it's because I pissed the refs off. I've been critical about them. And I called them out a bunch of times. They were like, you know what, I got you. In the playoffs, watch this. And that's exactly what they did. In the middle of the series, you know, I don't got time to say that because that's a distraction. I'm trying to focus. But now that's over, some bullshit. I've been doing that all regular season. Everybody's been doing it all regular season. You're going to call that every time. And y'all don't see it like it's an agenda. It's clearly an agenda. Look at the same move. We got the same trainer. Somebody call Dash right now. I'll call Dash. Right? We got the same trainer. Teaches the same. It's a foul on me, but it's a good play on him. Why do you think that is? But Philly took advantage of it, and they took advantage of the officiating, and it cost us to some degree. But I've been doing it all regular season, not a problem. And now all of a sudden, it's offensive foul every time. You better keep that same energy with everybody else. That's all I got to say.
That's live. He's live, by the way. He's live.
Okay, that's not the reason they lost the series. The reason they lost the series is because the Jaylen Brown with the black paint was top tier. 40, 50 paint, marking them. You was signing signatures out there. People was afraid. That's the Jaylen Brown. Like, as soon as you came out there with the regular, joint. I was like, oh man, he ain't serious. We needed the tar, boy. As soon as he put the marker to the forehead, I would have been like, yeah. All black with the crispy line, and then, you know, by the time the end of the game was happening, it was back to normal. That means he done wiped his game on everybody. That's the Jaylen Brown that didn't show up. But no, what Jaylen Brown is saying is a little bit of truth, a little bit of false. It's just the narrative in real time when you're frustrated. And here's the reality of it. A lot of people, a lot of players complain about the push off, right? So they're gonna report you, right? You played against Philly a lot, so they reported you to the refs. So now they're watching for this movement because Jaylen Brown suffers from it too. Jaylen Brown, you drive a lot, right? You drive a lot. You play strong basketball. Have you been rewarded yet? The reason these guys started flopping is because they had to oversell fouls that refs was like, you just play through the shit. I'm not calling everything. So now they got to pretend they're getting hit worse than they are, right? DeMarcus.
I live for the moments when the capital C's, the controversies, come crashing into sports like they own the place. Because Jaylen Brown took it all the way to his live stream after he made those flopping comments at the press conference. Once he started seeing the internet turn on him, he basically said, forget it, I'm addressing this live since everybody's coming for my neck. I dropped the link in the description so y'all can watch the full clip from his stream. And I also brought in Gilbert Arenas' perspective because that man came with receipts. And listen, not only was Gilbert joking around and trolling, but if you actually watch the full breakdown, he went deep into the science of basketball like a true professional. the more I've been in this YouTube and media space, the more I genuinely understand why pro players don't always want to hear criticism from people who never laced up at that level. These people have no idea what it actually feels like out there on that court, under those lights, with that pressure. So when you watch Gilbert's full breakdown, it's hard to argue. There's real truth to what Jaylen Brown was saying, no cap. But here's where it gets layered, because Gilbert also talked about how Jaylen plays so physically strong that he's basically trained the refs to not give him calls. He's shown them that toughness and that raw strength year after year, and now those refs just see him as someone who doesn't need protection. Once you establish that reputation, the whistles dry up. That's just the cold reality of the NBA. And Gilbert pointed out that guys like Joel Embiid and LeBron figured this out early. They were playing hard and physical at first too, but they made the adjustment and started selling the contact, started performing for the officials so they could actually get the calls they deserve. Hold up, because Gilbert also said players will straight up go to refs mid-game and say, watch his push-off, watch that push-off, and refs will actually start looking for it. That's a whole psychological chess match happening in real time that most fans never even think about. And look, at the end of the day, the Celtics did blow a 3-1 lead in that series and lost. Tatum went down in Game 6 and didn't come back for Game 7, so some of this you just got to take on the chin. But I'm here for it. Jaylen Brown putting people on notice is the energy I need. Let's see how this plays out. I genuinely don't know if the NBA is going to respond or come at him, especially since he's out here claiming there's an agenda against him. But like Gilbert said, multiple players have already been telling refs to watch that push-off move, so those officials are literally hunting for it every single game. That's why when he plays physical the way he does, it's working against him in ways he might not even fully realize. Everybody out here dragging Jaylen Brown for speaking his mind and stepping on necks, but real talk, I'm riding with him 1,000%. Bruh, I need my athletes to actually want it, not just go through the motions. I need to see them fired up, emotional, locked all the way in. Keep it fully 100, that passion is exactly what I'm tuning in for. And yeah, even that whole me and Paul George got the same trainer, same exact move line. Why is he getting the whistle and Jaylen is getting nothing? That's a real conversation, not just noise. He also called out flopping for killing the soul of the game, and honestly, he ain't lying. The physicality that used to define this league has been ghost for years now, and somebody finally said it. Hold up though, some people were out here like, why is he just now speaking up? He answered it himself. He didn't want to throw any smoke into the series while it was still live. But listen, homie was absolutely going off on people clowning the hair paint situation, and I respect it. Because he was literally leaving his whole identity on the floor out there, jersey and all. Don't mock the warrior. I cannot even front. That was genuine commitment on a different level. But real big shout out to Jaylen Brown. The energy, the boldness, all of it. He literally said clip it, run it, and he does not care what anyone thinks. So we're going to honor that exactly. Clip it up, run it back, and stay locked on your pivot.